now.
Hey,
Kenzo,
What up? What up with it?
we're on an episode of Straight Politicking. I'm here with Munchie B and Spider Loc, and we were talking about Big Meech being released from federal custody, and we wanted to tap in with you to find out what that process is like when you transition from federal custody into a halfway house. But before we do that, just let the people know your history and your experience with the federal system, how you ended up in there, real quick.
Oh man, I ended up in there on a drug charge. Actually, superseding indictment from the first BMW. I said BMW, BMF, BMF indictment. Dealing with a couple of the guys from BMF, a couple of my old partners, and a dirty rat, and a couple of dirty rats. You know, Ralph Sims, Robert Bell.
Wait, you actually naming the rats?
Paco. Paco is Robert Sims. Is Ralph Sims. Robert Bell. We used to call him Curly Head Robbie from Compton. Uh, Baby. Somebody that I let live with me for a while. His name is Eric Lewis, Cole Rap from Westside Karu. You know. But yeah. My federal, I did 9 years off of a 12-year sentence. Basically, leaving, they put you on they give you a bus ticket if you want it like that. Most people want to take the bus ticket because it give you more time to stay out and play. So if you sign up to get picked up, you got a shorter time to reach the halfway house. I think you get maybe, it depends on where it's at. So I came home from Lompot, and I told him that I was gonna take the bus, which I got picked up, but I got picked up at the bus station. So I had 8 hours to stay out and play. So from there, you go in, you turn yourself into the halfway house, bring whatever you want to bring. If people that met up with you, gave you clothes, gave you a phone, all of that kind of stuff. And the halfway house, they know, they don't too much care. You turn it into them, you give them the number, they cool. But if you try to hide it, that's when they catch you with it, it's a problem. So I turned myself in to the 93rd and Central halfway house. My first week, I was able to give them a telephone number. They want you to have a telephone number for your home confinement. And I was already told from one of my prior buddies that just left, the sooner you give them a telephone number from the address you're going to be, a landline, you qualify for home confinement. So I did that early. So I was able to get out of there early.
Are you able to go in and out, like to the store, to the mall, on a regular basis?
Yes. So you get store runs periodically to get your little zoom zooms, wham whams, and your deodorants and toothpaste and all of that kind of stuff. They might give you 2 hours, but you also, a lot of people don't know. I used to walk to Will Rogers Park for an hour. A lot of people don't know, if you sign up every day to say you're going to work out or whatever, jog or whatever, they got to give you pretty much a pass to go, basically not to go to the gym, but go somewhere real local because it's only an hour. So I would go to Real Rogers Park, which is Ted Watkins now, and I would really have a female or something to come up there and meet me and sit around and talk. Never really working out. But yeah, then at that time I did the RDAP program. I didn't reap the whole benefits of the RDAP because I got into it around the time that I was in the RDAP program. So they did something called what's that shit they called? Well, they basically a recycle. They recycled me. So I was supposed to get out 2 days after Christmas, actually 3 days, on the 28th of 2016, and I got out April 17th, 2017, because I got recycled. And so that kicked me back, they took all the months from me. That was months that I was supposed to gain from being in the RDAP program.
Okay, so how does I was looking at your indictment from 2007. I was curious to know, how does a bunch of guys from Compton get caught up in a BMF indictment of guys that are from Michigan and Georgia?
Well, the BMF guys, my little brother, G Weed, was friends with Lil Bull and Big Bull, all of them guys, my cousin, Lil Dave, he from 190. They both, he was dealing with, he was basically like one of Meech's bodyguards, pretty much, always hanging around Meech, just really pretty much like bodyguard, doing bodyguard work with him. So him, Lil Bull, Big Bull, all of them brought the BMFs to me, because at that time I was doing pretty well. So they wanted all of them dudes, they wanted Meech and all of them dudes to meet me for some reason, and that's how it started. I sold them a car, which was my little brother's car that I had pretty much put together for my little brother, 63. So they came and, they paid me top dollar for $30,000 at that time, $30,000, and the car really wasn't all the way complete. $30,000 was, they bought that car in probably like 2004 or something, and maybe probably 2003 or something like that. I can't remember exactly when, but they had bought the car. So then, seeing some of the things that I had, my relative tells me, "Hey man, they asking about you, man. They want to see what you could do and this and that." And that's kind of how it started, because they came to my house, to my big house, and I had my 57, my 62, my RAG4, I had a Camaro. I had all kind of cars, and they was like, "Oh, something going on, streets no streets." So they figured out, and then they started coming and hanging with me and messing with me, and I got close to the one that ended up being the biggest rat, Ralph Sims.
Now, real quick, your little brother G Weeder, he's currently in prison in Georgia still, but I remember.
No, he's not in Georgia. He's in Duluth, Minnesota right now.
Oh, okay. I remember when he was out, he used to hang tough with Kendrick Lamar. Can you briefly talk about how your little brother and K-Dot got close?
Well, K-Dot is from the area, and I don't know how they basically got close, but they always, Kendrick, I owned a barbershop and a beauty salon called Classic 2000 back then. I started it in 99, but I named it Classic 2000. I actually opened it late 99, and that was in the neighborhood on Rosecrans. So everybody, I had a really, really nice, a lot of people used to just come by. A couple Lakers would come up there and get haircuts. I don't know if you know Jaime and Mike, both of them, and a guy named Steve. They had some really high-end clientele. So they had the Lakers, even the Raiders. I remember some of the Raiders. I remember the little guy that used to play for Washington Redskins. First he played for Denver. He tried to buy a car from me, a little running back that was really fast, a little short guy. They would all just come to the barbershop and get cut, because we had a lot of nice-looking little women working in there, and it was just a place to be. And Kendrick and them used to come up there just to hang out, get their haircuts and hang out. Not just him, Faux Cent, Game. That's how Game met Jaime, and that's our game. Ended up meeting Tiffany, his baby mama.
Oh,
Yeah, that
the
was
school teacher, Tiffany, the school teacher.
yeah. So that was pretty much. It was just
I done got a
area,
cut up in here before too.
Me too.
a place to go to. Yeah, a place to go to.
Munchie and Spider said that they'd been in that barbershop before.
Yeah, it was just a cool. I mean, if they're there, you know, they knew it was just a cool place. And the thing about it, my one get down, because I was always a hustler. You know, I was from my hood, and this and that, this and that. But hustle outweighed the gang things to me. Money, it was money over anything with me. So I got families, the East Coasters, I got families Palmer by, you know. So anybody, it was neutral grounds in the shop, pretty much to me, you know. And I always pushed that with my homies, and my homies was real respectful about it. The West Side homies was real respectful, even when they used to see people come in there that they didn't even get on. Hey, man, kid, man, yeah, man, just let them make it, and all right, man, for you, stuff like that. And never no altercations and stuff like that. It was a real cool little thing.
All right. Before I let Munchie and Spider ask a couple questions, I just want you to explain when you're in a halfway house. What is the living like? Do you have your own room? Are you sharing a
No.
room? Is it like a dorm? What's it like?
Well, 92nd is really big rooms. We had 4 sets of bunk beds, so it was a bunk bed on each wall. What you got is pretty much like cell living, except it's just a little more free. You got your bunk bed, you got your little, you got closet space. Everybody got so much closet space to hang your stuff up, and everybody got up under the bunk beds. You got probably about a tote, and your upper bunk, he got a tote too up under the slides under the bed. So you can't have a lot of stuff, but you know, it's better than being in themselves.
Okay. Munchie.
I don't know. I was just listening. I ain't really got nothing. But I know I used to get my hair cut at that barbershop. Oh boy, I know his son played for Poly and ended up going to USC. I can't remember his name. He used to cut my hair, but I remember that shop though. Steve, there you go.
Steve.
Yeah. I remember that shop. That's crazy.
Yeah, Big Steve. Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Right on though.
Yeah, his son was a lineman.
Mm-hmm. That's on Spider.
Yeah. Hey, so that's crazy that you say you was on 92nd. I always thought that was just a state facility. So is that a state?
It was at one time. It was at one time. Prior,
okay.
it was.
Okay.
It was.
I remember Big Spider was in that month when I was young. And another thing, you in touch with Big Meech at the moment or no?
Nah. Last time I ran across the Meech was probably in the hole. I was in the hole on the incident in 2014. I did from 2014 to 2015. I did about 13 months in the hole. And he came through there. I didn't really get to holler at him, but he came through there and he was on the other end, and they was saying that he was down in there, but he came back there. It was kind of, they were saying he had a phone, but I don't think the phone, it was something he got out on. I mean, he beat the shot. They took him right back to the yard.
Okay. That's what it do. I appreciate you, homie.
Yep.
All right, hold on. See, since somebody, you ain't got no problem, you know what I'm saying what it is because it gets sophisticated with the feds. I don't be understanding the verbiage and all that. So when it comes to Bleu Davinci, is he good or is he not?
Bro, I hate to do it like that, but I'm gonna keep it 100, bro, all the time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I had the paperwork. See, I'm on a thing called, my case is logged in. My lawyer, I paid for Pacers for a while. I don't know if you guys know what Pacers is.
Of course.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay, well, Pacers, I paid for, so you can sign up for alerts, right? So basically, when you sign up for alerts, like all them dudes from BMF that I don't even know, if they will put something in court, if Meech will put something in court, it's going to alert me, Even when I got out and people was putting in stuff in court, you got to like put in to get off of probation. I could tell you, like, when my co-defendants put in something to get off probation, if it was granted or denied and all of that kind of stuff, I was still getting those alerts, right? So Bleu Davinci. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. This is why I don't like to throw nothing on nobody's name, but if I know something, I'm going to say something, and that's just how it is, bro.
Respect.
So, now, with Bleu Davinci did a proffer, bro.
Can you explain to the people what a proffer is?
Okay, a proffer, you got to tell the truth. Now, who do that? So, you got to tell the truth. Now, I look at it like this. Why they didn't ask me for a proffer? Because when they first grabbed you, I was on the run for what? 16 months or something like that before they got me. So, when they first get you, the first thing they check your temperature. Yeah, man, you're a good person, man. I seen all the stuff you're doing for the community. You better help yourself out, man. You got kids, this and that. We've been watching you. You got a couple different girls that's not going to be out here. They try to play you. So they check your temperature. I say, man, the way I messed with the dude to let him know that I wasn't with it, I say, man, I don't eat McDonald's. Because the first thing they do is feed rats McDonald's. I told him just like that. And he just laughed. His name was James Smith. He was a black dude. He was the number one on my indictment. He was the head agent on my indictment, a little short black guy. I even got into it in the streets with him before for him sitting down my street watching my house. I didn't know that's what he was doing, but somebody told me. We thought he was on some little kids because the little kids used to walk to school. So I thought he was a pedophile, so I sweated him, and it was his little mother. All the time watching me.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But a proffer is basically you sign up for a proffer, and on a proffer, I can't say they give you a safety valve, but you get a downward departure. You know what the downward departure is, right?
You're going to have to explain that for the people listening.
A lesser sentence.
Okay.
Now, all safety valves ain't hot. Let me just say that, because a lot of times, you know, we used to have paperwork parties, and guys had safety valves, and guys want to run the guys off the yard because they got a safety valve. But you have to look and you have to read what safety valve this person had. Now, you could have, let's say Munchie. Let's say Munchie had a safety valve because he never had a criminal history. He ain't never did nothing, this and that. He was in college, he was signed up in college, and he had a job, all of that kind of stuff. His mom's was sick or something like stuff like that warrants a safety valve. You know, the judge see a little lenience on you, he could give you a safety valve, which ain't gonna stop you from going to jail, but you'll get like the minimum, the bare minimum. It'll cut your time pretty much.
So it's unfair to assume that all safety valves are connected to informing.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. But anytime you see a safety valve with a 5K1. That mother's hotter than hell, bro.
And that's what Bleu got?
Bleu, he got a safety valve for basically, and I can remember reading. I'm just going off the head. If I really go to my mama's house and beat the walls, I'll find the paperwork. But I remember reading it, and they would ask him, who sits down with the feds anyway, first of all?
But right now, off the top of your head, you can't put that specific 5K1 on his safety valve.
No, I can't remember seeing a 5K1, but it's a proffer. So when you have a proffer, just on a proffer alone, you agree to tell the truth. And any lie that they catch you in breaks that.
Okay, so he tried to put it like he was trying to beat the system, and he went and did the safety valve thing, and he debriefed and told them everything they already knew.
Yeah.
So is that, would you consider that stamping?
He said that? Bleu said he said
That's what he said out his mouth. He said he went in there and told them everything that they already knew.
Hey, but bro,
he said something like
corroborate. That's corroborating.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Munchie, let me ask you a question, bro.
Yep. I'm listening.
Spider Loc shoot me,
Mm-hmm.
kill me. The police know that he did it from somebody else. They sit you down, you do a proffer, you gonna tell them what you know.
Right.
Or
You
what
gonna
they
tell them
are.
that Spider Loc shot me,
Or
Yeah.
and
That
it's
shit.
cool just because they already knew.
Hell
hey,
no.
nah.
Yeah, that didn't make no sense.
Come on, bro.
I don't
Come on,
find it
bro. Let's
straight.
make it make sense.
I'm laying it out for the viewers. I don't find it straight. But
Oh,
see,
okay, yeah. I'm just letting you know. You
yeah.
know, and I mean, and if they, I understand, yeah, that's the good way to lay it out, but it's not cool. I don't care. I've never known anybody that didn't snitch sit down with them. They never asked me to sit down. Any of my other buddies that I know, if you read the paper, like, see, we had paperwork parties. I used to sponsor paperwork parties in jail. In
Sponsor.
my, it's called K Unit. I mean K Unit, right in Lompoc. So by sponsoring, I say, look, y'all, I'm gonna go spend $200 at the commissary. I'm gonna get enough stuff just to make burritos or whatever. And if y'all want to get in, y'all can bring like zoom zooms and wham whams or whatever. But we gonna have a paperwork party for all the blacks. So bring your work. Come get your two. Everybody get 2 burritos, a cupcake, a soda. I don't drink soda, water, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we just sit and eat. We just eat. And sometimes we would do it on the yard. But the police know when you're doing it on the yard, so they'll run us off. They will run us off, take our food and all of that kind of stuff, and take our paperwork if they catch you with it, right? You know, so you got to think, bro. Them paperwork parties, sometimes if you do it in the law library in Lompoc, they can't do nothing. Because you can say, hey, I'm just coming in here and work on my case. They can't take your shit. So when we started transitioning, doing them inside the in the library. But to make a long story short, that is kind of what governs who you deal with in the feds. It ain't, you know, because you got to think. I had never had a criminal history prior to this. I've never been to jail. I never did no state time, nothing, this and that. I had anything that would have sent me to jail. I got caught by the feds prior, but I beat the case. Now, the only thing I've ever been convicted of was a fake ID from the DMV. And I only got probation for that. But like I was telling you, I've read so many different people's paperwork, but you got to know the verbiage of the paperwork to declare if a person says something. Now, two things I look at: 5K1 and Rule 35. Rule 35 is, see, it's a few Rule 35s, E, B, and all of that kind of stuff, A, B, C, D, or whatever. But a Rule 35 is the one where, say, I told on Alex, and it's not really out. That's when they seal your stuff. So if I told, and it's on the down low, they're going to seal the case for me right off the bat. They're gonna seal it so nobody will know until it's the time, right before if he decides to go to trial, that's when they got to bring all evidence. They're going to give it to him. So to make a long story short, the Rule 35 entails of you you're going to come back to testify against whoever you told on.
And that's a subsection of a safety valve.
Exactly. So that's pretty much what the person who told on me, one of the persons that I know for sure told on me, he had a Rule 35. No, that's not even a safety valve. That's just a Rule 35.
Separate. Okay.
It's different. A safety valve is
something separate. I got you.
It's different. A Rule 35 is just like a 5K1. It's just another way of telling to get a lesser charge.
And the feds are so sophisticated with the verbiage, is crazy. And, and this is the last thing since the fire on anyway. Bleu Davinci, closer to Big Meech release, he started trying to point the finger at him, saying he not good.
Oh, all right. Now let me say this, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like I said, I used to get alerts and get paperwork. So when I was in jail, and I had to pay. So I had to pay her through a female. So every time we get an alert, she would send me the paperwork. So she can't just read it. You know what I'm saying? Tell me whatever. I wanted it.
Right.
So that Davinci, I've had all of this. That's all I have to do is go to the law library, pull up anybody's name. The cool thing about in the feds, I could go up in there and I can put Munchie, Inglewood, everything you did, state case and everything is gonna pop up. It's gonna show. It's called, I don't know if you know about, it's just kind of similar to Pacers, LexisNexis.
Yeah.
That's the name of the link. So and anybody will tell you that know me. But when I was in the not when I was in the medium in Lancaster in Lompoc, I didn't go. I was on bullshit time, so I didn't go to the law library like I did when I got to the low. But I did go to the law library daily, all of my years daily. But when I got around them dudes who was big hitters, and a lot of them had life, a Big Rodney from Pasadena, all of them dudes was fighting to get back out, and Harry O, me and Harry O used to be the first two. We had people putting you carry your little, it's not a backpack, it's a gym bag with your legal work in it, and we had a dude, because the law library opened up at 8:00. We had a dude, a little square dude. He was cool with he would go set our stuff in front of the law library at about 7:30 just to keep our spot. So we would always have the two front, because they only had like 6 computers. They had computers, because we was writing books and doing all of that kind of stuff, looking up case law, all of that kind of stuff. So we would just sit in there all the way from 8:00 to lunchtime. And if you in the law library, you go to lunch before any of the rest of the compound. So we would sit there all the way, it's classes. A lot of people taking their GED. If you ain't got your GED, your ass was going to be in there, or they going to be calling you to the house. You missing class, you better have a reason, or they going to send you to the hole. That kind of shit. So they was in there, and then people was just in there freestyling, and then a couple people worked in there, So I was in there just reading, I pull up the homies, whatever. I was like, you hear about somebody and they supposed to be cool from something way back. You pull their name up, or most of the time you can just pull up their neighborhood, and that's when you see a lot of stuff. I've seen murders, all kinds of stuff from different neighborhoods. Just pulling up you just search a neighborhood, and it's just start telling you all it. You just start rolling down and down, case by case by case, and there's pages and pages on each case.
What is Big Meech's position on Bleu Davinci?
Oh, yeah, I don't know, but I know damn well he ain't digging it at all. And that was his boy, man. That boy had bought Bleu a goddamn, I want to say it was close to $1 million chain at once.
I remember that chain.
Man.
Hey, you run across Big Kiko while you was in the Fed?
Kiko? Man, I had not Kiko, but I had so many good partners from the East Coast. Big JC, man, all the East Coasters was my partner, man. It's like the Coasters. That's why I really trip off of seeing the young tripping with the East Coasters, because I don't know if like I could tell them, I say, man, I don't know. The Coasters was, I mean, you can't say allied, but the Coasters was our partners. They don't, it's a coast thing with them, and they cool. They on coast time, but they wasn't never really tripping with the Bloods unless it was a problem. You know what I'm saying? They stood theirs, and everybody stood theirs, but they was always the good dudes, man. I'm really bad on remembering names, but I had some really some stump down cool partners,
Yeah,
man.
the way y'all accept the homie
Motherfucking
J Box
Ali,
from the
go,
Q over there, it's always been like
yeah,
a, you feel
yeah,
me?
just like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. My partner Ali from, I don't know which one he's from. I don't where's Ali from?
I was just with your boy Jim Bob last week too, up at Compton College.
Yeah,
That's my
Bob.
nigga, yeah.
Yeah, but man, that's what these young dudes. I don't know where it started, but man, that was crazy. And then I got family that's East Coasters too. My grandmother was on 102nd, right, right 3 houses down from McKinley.
Yeah, I know right where you at. That's in the
Right
front
around the
street.
corner from
In the
Murphdog.
front street.
Right,
Yeah, right
yeah,
behind you on 101st, yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I didn't grew up under Melvin Butler, all of them dudes, man.
That's right.
All of
That's
them
right.
dudes. So
That's
that
right.
shit is crazy.
Hey, I want to let everyone know that Kenzo's the one that actually introduced me to FG when FG wanted to tell his story on how Mob James told on him.
Wow.
That all happened through Kenzo.
That's
Exactly.
deep.
Let a rap be a rap, bro.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got no problem with that.
Hey, lastly, I want to ask you about the facility that Meech was in. That they released him from FCI Coleman, which is a low. Are you familiar with Coleman? And also break down what a low means.
I know what Coleman is, but I didn't know he got released from Coleman. Far as last I talked to, when I was sending messages, I had a homie from Portland, J Bud. He was in Sheridan with Meech, so he would call me and we was like what's up, this and that through J Bud. They was in the same unit, so J Bud had got in trouble and shipped out of Sheridan. So I didn't never got to say nothing, spoke to him since. But prior to that, after that, I remember Meech went back to Lompoc. They turned the pen into a low. So now they have 2 lows, Lompoc 1 and 2, 2 lows. So he had went back there for a minute. So I didn't know that he had went to Coleman. But Coleman is Florida. That's a cool spot. I heard it was really cool too.
Yeah, it's in Wildwood, Florida, which I guess is not too far from this halfway house that he's at in Miami.
I know it's nice.
All right, Kenzo. I wanna thank you for tapping in with Straight Politicking. We're gonna have to get you up here in person at some point.
Okay, let me know.
And I appreciate you tapping me in with FG back in December of 2021.
Oh yeah, damn, it was that long?
Yeah, December of 2021. Yep.
Yeah.
I think I dropped that interview in January 2022.
Yeah, man. Like I said, I got 2 partners that just came home. Both of them had life sentence. Speedy from Denver Lane and Ham from Denver Lane. Speedy had 2 life sentences and 30, and Ham, I want to say he had life sentence of 60. They both, Speedy did 28, and Ham did about 23, something like that. So
I wonder what's Speedy on the case with Duncan.
no, Duncan, Ham was on the case with Duncan.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
Ham was the head of that case.
Yeah, those are my pops boys. Yep, that's what's happening.
Yeah. Oh, he know. Oh, everybody knows Speedy.
Mm-hmm.
You very much. You would ask about him. You're really.
No, I know of him. What's up?
Yeah, he one of the ones, man. He one of the real ones, and he a good dude, man. Real solid dude. If I could get him to come up there, y'all would love it, man, because he's super duper intelligent about the business, man. Straight up dude. Too.
That's right.
Well, tap us in when you can.
Oh, he with me every day, so surprised he ain't with me today. I had to go to therapy today. Had a car accident, so I had to go get my back worked on. That's why
you should.
All right, man. I appreciate you tapping in, and we definitely gonna be in touch.